You'll often see me like dancing in my videos. I'll often put on music that kind of fits the mood that I'm trying to create. That inspires me. Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Sonia, I'm an artist, and welcome to my kitchen slash art studio, because I live in a 3.5 in Montreal by myself. And maybe one day I'll have a bigger place, doesn't matter. I wanted to do a quick video on, this time, something a little bit different, because I usually do tutorials like step by step showing you how I paint, for example, my watercolors, and I like to do those when I keep up a practice and to show you guys how I paint if you want to learn. But this week I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I thought I would share with you my creative process. So what actually inspires me to paint, like when I'm really inspired by an idea, and how I follow that through from start to finish, what my practice is, how I can stay motivated and whatnot. So yeah, I wanted to explain to you, first of all, why I paint. For me, paint is freedom. For me, it's really a place where I can connect with that space, that void. It's a form of meditation for me. You know, it's a way for me to connect with my spirit and to connect with my higher power, with the universe or God or source, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think however you interpret that, higher power, that power greater than ourselves, however we want, and I totally respect that. And for me, it really is a tool to assist me in remembering who I really am as a soul being, as opposed to who I am in the outside world. And it's a time where I can create and I'm really free from all of that and whoever I think I am, and be in the present moment. And it's really a good way for me to use it as a tool for self-discovery, for self-reflection, to express the things that I really can't put into words or I can't express any other way. And yeah, it really is a way for me to get to know myself on this spiritual journey as a human being, as we all do, but this is just my way of connecting with it and expressing with it and sharing it with you guys and the world. And it's funny because it's like you do it for yourself, and I think when it comes from a place of authenticity and you share it because you're just so passionate about it, that somehow it resonates with people, because these are all truths within us. And the idea for this painting, I haven't decided if it's quite finished yet. I'm not sure if I wanted to add trees. Anyway, the idea for this painting was to connect with the energy of Lilith. Now, if you don't know too much about Lilith, I learned a little bit about her on my spiritual journey, and a little bit about astrologically where Lilith is situated and who she was. And there are some references to the Bible that she was the original woman, partner of Adam before Eve came into the picture, and then she got thrown out of the Garden of Eden because, and I think this is something we still face in our society, being too difficult and standing up for her truth and what she believed in, and finding her own power and not letting her power and her identity be defined by a man or by patriarchy. So it's a little bit controversial, but I think there's a little bit of Lilith in all of us, including men or whatever gender you identify as, and it represents all the forms in which we've disconnected with our creativity, with our feminine energy, with who we truly are authentically, and being unable to fully express ourselves. And I really wanted it to represent that. Not only women and how we've kept ourselves small, how have we used our femininity in ways that haven't been in our highest good, in the highest good of all. How have we used like sensuality or sexuality in ways that were dishonest or inauthentic, and how are ways that we've sabotaged ourselves. All these kinds of themes I wanted to follow as I'm painting. Again, this is really therapeutic for me because I feel like it often represents, painting often represents where I am at a particular point in my life. And that's why I will paint a lot of nature themes or feminine energy. They're divine feminine awakening. These are all phases that I explore in my own journey, in my own personal journey. And I think that really resonates with the collective as well, because I feel like a lot of women go through the same journey, and so much of what I share, whether it's what's on my mind and heart and soul, is also what a lot of women are going through. And yeah, I really enjoy sharing that with you guys, and I like to express it because that's it. When we have these ideas and these thoughts, they have to kind of be released out into the world and the universe. You can't just keep those ideas inside your head. So my artwork will influence my writing and vice versa. Like life will influence my art and art will influence my life. And I feel like as I'm painting, I'll often get some ideas and I need to have some notebooks nearby so I can just jot down any downloads and any ideas that I get as I'm painting. So I actually have 2 books. I have this one that I use for shadow work, anything to do with me just observing my shadow, my conditioning, my old thoughts that don't really serve, but I need to write them down, and it's a good way for me to reflect and figure out what's not working and what might not even be true to me anymore. That's just like an old pattern or old conditioning. And this one I keep for kind of like universal truths, like things that I learned, things that might motivate me, or high vibration thoughts and things that will help me align myself to my highest version of myself, or at least I believe so. So anything that I find more positive, I'll put in here. Anything that I find might be more reflective and things I want to let go of, I'll put in this one. The other thing is, like, I have to really get myself into the mindset of a painting. So usually I'll get an idea and I feel really called once I get into full painting mode, and then nothing stops me and I'll paint for hours and days straight. And I've been reading this book kind of sporadically, and I'm at the chapter that talks about Lilith, and I felt that that really represented where I am. And this book is by Syma, Kharal, Goddess Reclaimed. I'll leave the link in the description box. And she also has a YouTube channel, and she does a lot of divine feminine awakening ceremonies and assists women with their healing and all of that. So it's actually she's really interesting to check out as well. So I'll leave her details down below. And another book that really inspires me for tapping into feminine energy and your own divine feminine awakening, or even if you want to learn about archetypes and how they all play out in our subconscious. One book that I really loved was Women Who Run with the Wolves. That really helped me on my journey as well. So I'll probably be doing more archetypal paintings because I feel really inspired and really called to do them. And I also feel like that's a big part of my healing journey, and I benefit from it. And if it worked for me, I figured it might work for women as well, not necessarily through painting, but any form of creative arts. I've also written and all of that. But enough about that. I also wanted to get back to things that I do to make sure that I stay in the flow, or I amp myself up to be in that creative flow. And you'll often see me like dancing in my videos. I'll often put on music that kind of fits the mood that I'm trying to create. That inspires me enormously, and also it makes it fun, because I think painting should be fun. I should be really inspired and drawn to paint. Otherwise, I don't know, it's just not the same. I don't want to like force myself to paint. I really go with the flow. And some mornings are a bit more quiet. Like this morning, I'm doing more recording and editing. I might finish up a painting, so I'm not at that like really energized state anymore. I'm kind of in that mellow flow, and I might start with some yoga and intentions. And usually I'll start by lighting a candle and burning some incense, maybe some essential oils and crystals. It really depends on my vibe. I go with my mood and my energy at that present moment, and whatever works for me then. So I might take some quiet time to just meditate for a couple of minutes. And yeah, like I said, I'll go from there. You know, I usually set an intention as I do those things for what I want the outcome to be, and what I want the day to look like, and painting session and whatnot. I also think it's really important to take care of our health and take care of ourselves and our well-being. Right now I'm trying jasmine tea, which is from Chat Noir originally. That's the store that makes it in Verdun here in Montreal. But I just get them from La Boutique, which is on Monk. And I'm just loving this. These are just like jasmine pearls. They're beautiful. So in the water goes. So yeah, self-care is important. I think it's a big part of feeling at ease and finding joy in the creative process. So I make sure that I eat throughout a session, especially if I'm doing a full day. I still have a full-time job, so sometimes I'll paint at night. It really depends on how I'm feeling. And I've been known to really go hard. Like, I will just paint the whole night through. Well, not the whole night, but I'll work all day and then paint at night. And then I'll realize I'm tired and I might need to rest the following day. And that's just how my energy works. And I've learned to embrace that. And I'll sometimes make myself a cup of tea, or I'll have to give myself a break to cook a nice meal, go for a walk, be out in nature, anything that will reconnect me back with myself if I feel like I'm getting tired. So yeah, that's a bit of what I do, and I enjoy these videos where I talk a bit more about myself. And let me know what you think in the comments, like what you'd like to see more of. I'm not quite sure if this painting is finished yet, like I said. You might see a more finished result, maybe not soon. But for now, I really wanted to do something that was a bit more casual, a bit more like one-on-one, and share more of like my experience with you. So yeah, stay tuned for another video, and thank you so much for watching. If there's anything that you want to know more of or that you'd like me to share more of, leave some comments down below in the comment section, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.
Freddy, you're so cute. You're so cute. You don't even know that I'm filming you. Oh, the sweetie.
We're just gonna make this work, okay? This will work. This will work. We got the light over there and the cord's not long enough, but it's all good. All right. Hello everyone, I'm Sonia and welcome to my kitchen/art studio. So I live in a 3.5 in Montreal by myself, and this is the art studio space that I can afford, and it's all good, thank you very much. Maybe one day I'll have a bigger space, but for today, this is where I am.